Would you please stand for the national anthem and remain standing for the processional? Graduates and guests, will you please be seated? On behalf of East High School staff, it is my privilege to welcome you to the commencement ceremony for the East High School class of 2026, the 100th graduating class of East High School. I'm Richard Todd, one of the administrators at East High School. We are gathered here tonight to honor and recognize the achievements of 382 members of this year's graduating class. Tonight's program is a ceremony to honor each member of the graduating class, and we ask that you be respectful to each of the graduates. It is my pleasure to introduce our platform guests for tonight's ceremony. Would you please stand and remain standing as you're introduced? Please hold your applause until the guests on each side have been introduced. Seated to my right are the school board members and district administrators. Jared Mosier, Director of Elementary Education, Amy Denny, Director of Curriculum and Assessment, Kim Neal, Director of Learning Supports, Dr. Dora Young, Director of Student Services, Barb Caskey, Director of Human Resources, Chad Fingel, Director of Technology, Tim Paul, Director of Physical Operations, Dr. Mandy Bradford, Director of English Language Learning, Leslie Hine, Director of Communication, Earl Miller, Vice President of the School Board, Trayla Lee, President of the School Board, and Jim Vanderloo, Interim Superintendent of the Sioux City Community Schools. Thank you for joining us. Seated to my left are the East High School feeder system administrators and the top 5% for the class of 2026. Kevin Finke, Unity Elementary, Blair Taylor, Nodland Sunnyside Elementary, Kim Croats, Morningside Elementary, Dion Claiborne, Morningside Elementary, Jody Vanderloo, Spalding Park Elementary, Jade Manker, Spalding Park Elementary, Dr. Rachel Deemer, Irving Elementary, Maria Rulas, Irving Elementary, Eric Kilborn, Career Academy, Eric Osomsky, East Middle School, Ed Ross, East Middle School, Joe Harden, East Middle School, Jacob Mattoon, East High School Guest Speaker, Amber Lopez, East High School Registrar, Dave Dreesen, East High School, Dr. Rachel Agers Ferry, East High School, and BJ Cook, East High School. East High School's top 5% for the 2026 class are Carly Abanicius, co-salutatorian, Emma Arthur, Jenna Burke, Amari Bloom, Chase David, Peyton Irwin, Owen Hansen, Sophia Herrera, Addison Hicklin, Jaylee Jackson, Caitlin Koppelman, Brooklyn Lamojas, Leah Luxford, Caitlin Murphy, Simon Nelson, Julia Pearson, Abigail Rosendale, Samantha Stilley, co-salutatorian, Marissa Taro, Chase Toit, and Anakin Vong, valedictorian. Thank you. And Samantha, did I say you were co-salutatorian? Okay. Performing tonight is the East High School Orchestra under the direction of Sean Burton and East High School Show Choir under the direction of Jeremy Hess and Abby Linsink Shepherd. Thank you, students and directors. I would also like to thank Mike Burrell for the video highlighting 100 years of East High School. Thank you, Mike. Recently, at our honors night, we recognized the seniors who received honor cords, stoles, and medals for the following honors: Silver Cord, Honor Cord, Music, Student Council, Career Academy, Blood Donation, ISAP Proficiency, ELPA Proficiency, NAACP, and Military. Please stand if you received one of these cords. Thank you. Please welcome our top 5% representatives, Carly Avenicius, Samantha Stilley, and Anakin Vaughn, who will deliver our welcome address.
Good evening, graduates and friends and family of the class of 2026. As one of the 2 salutatorians this year, it is an honor to be up on the stage speaking to all of you. But I don't want to uplift all of my accomplishments and diminish yours. I'm extremely proud of our class and everything that we have achieved throughout the past 4 years. And although it may be generic to say, I truly feel like we have become a family. Switching the East has been one of the best things that has ever happened to me. And it makes me laugh looking back now on how I was reluctant to switch here at first. I'd like to take the time now to shout out Jordan Wilson, Selma Scari, those in my college physics and comp classes, and the big 3 for having a lasting impact on my high school years and making life just a little easier. The friendships and bonds that I have made with my peers and teachers have changed my life for the better and shaped me into the person I am today. And I know that these relationships will last a lifetime. I am beyond grateful for everyone that I have interacted with at EAS, and I hope that all of you can say the same. I believe that our ability to create lasting and meaningful relationships is one of the key things that makes humans human. So I hope that as we go our separate ways and begin the rest of our lives, we are not afraid to make new relationships while cherishing our old. Now, this wouldn't be a commencement speech if I didn't give advice for the graduates' futures. So here it is. Have faith. Just have faith, whether that be in a divine being, in yourself, or in others. Believe in others and try to see the good in everyone. We are all human after all, and we all make mistakes, ranging from the most proficient to the least. Not only is it important to remember that we all make mistakes as humans, but also that we can only grow through making mistakes. I am honored to have been able to graduate with such talented, unique, and special people, and I truly believe that we can change the world if we only remember that our greatest strength is us. Congratulations to you all, thank you, and remember, once a Raider, always a Raider.
Good evening, family, friends, faculty, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. For those who may not know me, my name is Samantha Stilley. Being named salutatorian is an incredible honor, and I'm proud to share this title with my good friend, Carly Albanicius. I wouldn't be who I am today without the incredible circle of support I have in my life, and I am endlessly grateful for my family and best friends. To my parents, Jared and Sari Stilley, thank you for your unconditional love, your sacrifices, and for being my constant foundation throughout life. To my best friends, Addison Hicklin and Lillian Chaputis, thank you for the endless laughter, the much-needed advice, and for always standing by my side through every high and low. I am so blessed to have so many wonderful people around me. When we look back on high school, it's easy to get caught up in the nostalgia of what was or the anxiety of what comes next. But tonight is about being fully present with the people who got us here. I would like to share a famous quote from the movie The Perks of Being a Wallflower. There are people who forget what it's like to be 16 when they turn 17. I know these will all be stories someday, and our pictures will become old photographs and will all become somebody's mom or dad. But right now, these moments are not stories. This is happening. This is one moment when you know you're not a sad story, you are alive. And in this moment, I swear, we are infinite. As we step into the future, let's hold on to this feeling. You earned your place here today, and whether your next step leads you into the workforce, off to college, or into the military, know that you belong in every room you walk into next. Congratulations, East High, class of 2026.
Good evening, friends, family, and faculty of the class of 2026. Before I begin, I'd like to get my thank yous out of the way first. So to all my family, friends, and teachers who have supported me these past 17 years, thank you. And some last-minute additions that I had to add due to a few certain people. Thank you to all my boys in AN 181, Mr. Barnes, and my aunt and uncle who made the way down or up here. With that being said, I will now officially begin one more time. Good evening, friends, family, and faculty. To be honest, when I was first writing this speech, I wasn't quite too sure what I wanted to talk about. I'd seen a lot of videos online talking about valedictorian's privilege, so I thought that whatever I wrote had to be something unique, something special. And so while I was brainstorming, I eventually came upon the idea of solving a Rubik's Cube. And you know, I actually have it with me right now. So I'm gonna leave that there for now. However, when I first started to search up videos on how to solve a Rubik's Cube, I realized that it's a lot harder than you would actually think. In fact, when I actually searched up the video, I had to take a few days off just because of how intimidating it was. And after some time, I realized that I had felt this feeling before. I had actually felt this feeling on the very first day of high school, the very first time that I walked through our high school's front doors. Back then, everything felt so big, but at the same time, it also felt small. There was also a feeling of uncertainty to everything, because back then, no one knew how this could all turn out 4 years later. However, with that also came a feeling of excitement, just because of that fact. It was this very feeling that I felt when I was first trying to solve the Rubik's Cube. In fact, this was the same feeling that I felt anytime that I took a test. It's the same feeling that I felt on the first day of school, and I bet you that's the same feeling that many of you are experiencing right now. This feeling of uncertainty, the feeling that you don't know where these next few years of your life will take you. However, something that I realized from this experience was that the future, no matter what you end up doing, whether that be entering the workforce, joining the military, or going off to college, the future is never certain. There are going to be times where you fall. There are going to be times where you feel on top of the world. And most importantly, there are going to be times where you don't know what the right thing to do is. However, I think that it's important that during these times, during these moments of uncertainty, that you take a second to remember everything that you've done, the hardships you've overcome, the struggles you've persevered through, and most importantly, take a second to look at the people around you, the people who have been there to support you from day one. And finally, when you finally gather the courage to take that first step into all that uncertainty, I think that even if you take a few wrong twists and turns along the way, you may find that eventually you're way closer to your goal than you realize. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Carly, Samantha, and Anakin. Please welcome East High School's 2026 Teacher of the Year, Jacob Mattoon, who is an East High graduate in 2015. He graduated from Iowa State University and started his teaching career at East High School, teaching science. He will finish his master's degree this summer. Please welcome Jacob Mattoon.
Hello, platform guests, teachers, families, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2026. So for those of you who do not know me, my name is Jake Mattoon, and I am a science teacher at East High School. I know I may not look that old, but like Mr. Todd said, 11 years ago, I was sitting right where each and every one of you guys are sitting right now, wondering to myself, what's next? Now, plans change a couple of times, but as you all know, I eventually decided on teaching, and my goal was to make a positive impact, even if it was just for one student. I feel like I've achieved my goals more times than I can count, and I must be doing something right because I've made an impact on East High as a teacher by being named the Teacher of the Year for the 2026-2027 school year. But I am not done yet, and I plan on keep making impacts each and every year. Now, I do not want to make this whole speech about me because it is your day. But I talk about impact because I feel like I have gotten the same question a lot this year. Mr. Mattoon, are you going to miss us? Now, in typical Mr. Mattoon fashion, I could give you a little sarcastic response or a little joke, but the obvious answer is, of course. When I was a student, I made an impact on my teachers, some of which still keep in touch to this day. And just how I or other staff members have made impacts on you guys have made impacts on us. Kind of like a meteorite hitting the earth and leaving a crater from its impact. You have also made your own impact on East High and will go down in history as East High's graduating class during its 100-year anniversary. You have all done more than you know for our school, whether that be the culture in our hallways, the energy during our pep rallies, or even the way we think in our classrooms. And you should be as proud of yourselves as I am of you. But some of you may feel like this is the end. Some of you may feel like you have everything figured out for the next 10 years. And some of you may have no idea what you're doing the rest of the week, and that's okay. Because when Larry Daly said in Night in the Museum, "I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow," Robin Williams' character responded with a big smile and said, "How exciting." I leave you with this quote because no matter what you do tomorrow, next year, or in 10 years, keep making your impact. You may feel like you are leaving fellow classmates, teachers, or friends behind, but focus on the next person or the next adventure and show the world what it means to be an East High Black Raider. Again, congratulations to each and every one of you, and thank you for your impact that you've made on the school. Congrats.
Thank you, Mr. Mattoon. Please stand for the alma mater. Mr. Vangelou, I present
Students, you may be seated. Good evening, graduates, families, staff, and community members. Tonight we celebrate an important milestone for the class of 2026. Graduates, you've worked hard, overcome challenges, and grown into young adults, ready to take on your next steps. On behalf of the Sioux City Community School District, congratulations. I also want to thank the parents, guardians, teachers, coaches, counselors, and support staff who help guide these students along the way. Your encouragement, patience, and dedication made a lasting difference in their lives. Graduates, as you move forward, remember that success is not measured only by achievements, titles, or awards. It is also measured by how you respond when life becomes difficult and how you treat people around you. Be resilient. There will be setbacks and unexpected turns, but your ability to adapt, persevere, and keep moving forward will carry you through. And above all, be kind. Kindness has the power to change lives, build communities, and open doors that talent alone cannot. We are proud of each and every one of you and excited to see the impact you make on the world. Congratulations, class of 2026. Your future is bright. Would the class of 2026 please rise? As your intern superintendent of schools, it is my privilege and honor to confirm that these high school seniors standing before us this evening have completed all requirements for high school graduation as set forth by the state of Iowa. And this class of individuals has also fulfilled all requirements established by the Sioux City Community School District Board of Education. The administrators of the buildings that serve East High School community and I congratulate each member of this class on this achievement and proudly present the East High School graduating class of 2026 to Ms. Trayla Lee, President of the Board of Education. Ms. Lee.
You can be seated. Good evening, families, educators, and most importantly, the extraordinary class of 2026. This school year, I had the privilege of visiting various schools in our district, and during one of those visits, I was invited to an elementary celebration of creativity. Make Your Mark, an art and literacy adventure inspired by the author, Peter H. Reynolds. What I experienced that day stayed with me, and it centered around the simple yet powerful story, The Dot. And the message has left an impression ever since. Standing here tonight, I am reminded that each of you represents so much more than just a graduate. You faced challenges, celebrated victories, and kept moving forward even when the road was uncertain. Each of you has been writing your story your entire life. And while today marks the closing of one chapter, it also signals the beginning of something even greater. As you step into what comes next, I want you to carry with you but a simple piece of the wisdom from the dot. The story tells of a hesitant artist who is encouraged by her teacher just with a few words. Just make your mark and see where that takes you. The one small dot, imperfect, uncertain, became the start of something extraordinary. It grew into confidence, it sparked purpose, it opened the door to endless possibilities. In class of 2026, you don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need to have a perfect plan. And what matters most is that you're willing to begin, to take the first step, to make your mark, even when it feels small or uncertain. Because it is in those first steps, those courageous attempts, and yes, even our mistakes, that are a story that comes to life. So tonight, as you celebrate all that you've accomplished and all that lies ahead, I leave with you, make your mark. Congratulations, class of 2026. I am so proud of you. Families and educators, let's give our graduates a round of applause.
Would the first 6 rows present themselves?
Divine Davidson Adams. Jasmine Aguilar Maldonado. Chinemsi Alonso. Carly Nicole Albanicius. Logan Albert. Willow Jean Allen. Diego Emiliano Alvarez. Suran Maritev Andakt. Taylor Ann Anderson. Mason Lee Anderson. Alejandro G. Aguano. Carolina Ariano Mata. Emma Grace Arthur. Quentin Ace Ashcraft. Corbin James Aspley. Garang Den Utam. Tyree Lawrence Augustine. Damian Israel Avila. Jose Luis Falcon Hernandez. Finnegan Barrett. Brooklyn Millie Basilega. Caden Michael Bash. Joel Bautista. Hillary Jocelyn Beltran. Andy Javier Betancourt Espinal. Wendy Jessie Beverly. Nimrod Bayena. Jenna Jo Burke. Ethan Black. Brooke Tuitt Bazuni. Amari Sienna Bloom. Jada Rose Bunchen. Isis Nephasis Rosas. Jackson Keith Bowder. Jacob Ryan Brayfogle. Ramsey William Brewer Bridget. Moya Uzamo Brown. Brody Scott Bruno. Raya K. Bunce. Adelaide Zeta Burback. Reed Frederick Burson Jr. Aubrey Renee Kalaminko. Serenity June Kalamanko. Ruby Yamale Calderon. Damaris Cardenas. Nathan J. Carey. Ashley Becky Carl. Tasia Addison Carroll. Werlin Cha Garcia. Cal Ashley Chamberlain. Nino Amalia Chavez Olivo. Logan Robert Michael Turkis. Alicia Christensen. Louis Michael Church. Dylan Kane Churka. Owen Ellen Clark. Danny Ray Cleveland. Cohen Stephen Eugene Cleveland. Alondra Mayed Co Escobar. Christian Adolfo Colazo. Bodie Chase Colling. Alexis Ray Collins. Kaylin Rosemary Collins. Anthony James Conley. Aiden Alexander Conlon. Cielo Lizeth Cortez. Rochelle Lorraine Cottrell. Elmer Uriel Coye Ramirez. Isabella Ann Craig. Trevor Lee Craig. Kevin Cruz Diaz. Lee Benjamin Colson. McKenna Don Darnell. Chase Jacob David. Ashlyn Liberty Davis. Hector Manuel de los Santos Cubain. Aiden Del Angel Cruz. Carlins Dustine. Maya Jane DeBall Olson. Ruben Alexander Diego. Aubrey Elise Dabenecker. Genevieve Marie Dodds. Cody Michael Warren Duskin. Jade Ellis Dolphin. Wesley Thomas Donaldson. Patty Donna Sosa. Tori Elizabeth Drent. Peyton Ryan East. Keaton Isaac Edwards. Noah Ellis Elder. Renee Elichmai. Eleonora Rose Erickson. Peyton Elizabeth Irwin. Giovanni Jonathan Escobar Ortega. Lissy Escobedo Garcia. Jerson Emiliano Estrada. Delaney May Everett Jewell. Juliana Jean Farley. Benjamin Lee Fathour. Randy Marie Fisher. Jacob Thomas Fisher. Jace Andrew Foote. Aubrey Jean Foster. Sienna K. Foster. Matthew Lucas Francisco. Tania Chantel Franklin. Jersey Beth Fritz. Owen Christopher Gamble. Marcus Israel Garcia Briones. Corelli Smar Garriga Velasquez. Charles Julian Gall Fennicle. Rocky Gebra Hewitt. Deluk Gebreyesus Gebremidin. Delet Gebremeskel. Jacob Lee Gaveshausen. Carter Scott Ginger. Angel Gustavo Gomez. Jose Axel Gonzalez Estano. Seshan Robert Gorman. Zarek Allen Grandorf. Spencer John Gray. Isaiah William Henry Greer. Mandel James Gretkin. Colton Andrew Gunn. Eliza Marie Gunn. Esenia Eliana Redal Gutierrez. Luis Ezequiel Guzman. Grant Michael Holler. Devin Piper Hammond. Devin Paul Hansen. Owen Richard Hansen. Brody Lee Hartnett. Destin James Hatcher. Riley Michael Hausworth. Ethan Matthew Havlick. Mason James Heck. Jacqueline Hernandez Alvarado. Fabricio Alejandro Hernandez Bermudez. Angela Camilla Hernandez Salazar. Esmeralda Yasmin Herrera. Sophia Cecilia Herrera. Addison Marie Hicklin. Danica Lee Hinosa. Jordan Renee Hodges. Ellie Lorraine Hofer. Cody Alvin Lee Hoffman. James Hogenkamp. Brooklyn Eve Holcomb. Leah Marie Holmberg. Caston Fox Hovland. Charles David Hunter. Tyler James Husted. Valeria Ibarra. Kampu Riley Infafexi. Jaylee Clarice Jackson. Dominic Anthony Jeffords. Logan Richard Jeffords. Cal Jeffrey Jepson. Ryan Jeremiah Jimenez. Belinda Jimenez Gomez. Lillian Araya Cam. McKenna Grace Cass. Colin Matthew Kavanaugh. Teresa Michelle Kellen. Tegan Case. Michaela Marie Kellogg. Shayla Bree Kelly. Isaiah Matthew King. Alexis Lynn Kinsey. Trey Wesley Kaiser. Benjamin Thomas Kleber. Christopher Lee Klein. Kevin Ray Klein. Remington John Kleinschmidt. Kylie Sky Clemmy. Caden Dean Kepke. Braden Gavin Koob. Caitlin Grace Koppelman. Faith Addison Kranz. Kirsten Elizabeth Kraus. Ezekiel Lagunas. Jaylee Sue Larson. Jocelyn Marie Laws. Sydney Thuy Lee. Jeffrey Phoenix Lee. Anya Janae Lefevre. Bethany Nicole Leff. Bailey Iva Lencake. Jack Jonathan Lesko. Sean Colby Lessman. Oscar Emmanuel Lima Florian. Brooklyn Ann Limoges. Caleb Ryan Lingle.
Your Highness J.J. Lipscomb. J.C. Jean Lacamy. Isabella Rose Locke. Chris Lorenzo Loggins III. Xavier Lee Loggins. Lamoya Lockley. Adrian Alejandro Lopez. Victoria Sari Lopez Aguilar. Noy David Lopez Mendez. Kamari LaRue Lewis. Lewith Deng Lewith. Leah Louise Luxford. Anqua Pham Lee. Ankit Pham Lee. Liliana Aliyah Magana. Isaiah Samuel Magnuson. Jace Magnuson. Jordan J. Marlowe. Emily Rose Martin. Yanel Martinez. Onisim Bongo. Eden McAlexander. Trayshawn Shamal McDaniel. Ray McFarland. Baz McHugh. Murren Elaine McKenna. Madison May Meek. Jalen May Mejia. Luis Angel Mendoza Ochoa. Akon Derek Mendoza Chavez. Adeline Grace Mercaro. Mason Alexander Michaels. Callie Ann Mick. Spencer David Millard. Ariana Rose Miller. Natalie K. Miller. Bodie Michael J. Miner. Leslie Clarissa Montanez Topete. Lily Rose Moody Paulson. Kenny Stephen Morales Perez. Jose Fernando Moreno. Nolan Maxwell Moreno. Luciana Paola Moreno Acevedo. Brian Leonardo Moreno Luna. Blestone Nukumbi Molamba. Briley Ann Murad. Caitlin Paige Murphy. Christian Yvonne Nahar. Jackson David Nelson. Simon Jacob Nelson. Juan Esteban Nieto. Aliana Marie Nolasco. Mohammed Nori. Chad Richard Norris. Tydan Arthur Northington. Solomon Christopher Norton. Fee Saganga. Graciela Mackenzie Nuno. Jack Matthew Ullman. Zaneda Ojeda. Julian James Lee Oliver. Lily Sky Olson Washburn. Ethan John Olson. Kiari Rooney Ongussel. Briley Marie Orr. Luis Alberto Ortiz. Cameron Jacob Owen. Adrian Palacios. Gavin Palazzo. Giovanni Palomino. Samuel Palomino Gomez. Patrick Pongo. Anaia Yazil Partida. Berkeley James Paul. Michaela Marie Price. Caleb Matthew Paulson. Amy Lynn Pellup. Victoria Ida Pennington. Miguel Angel Perez Alvarez. Stephen Perez Bonilla. Julia Elise Pearson. Olivia June Pick. Denazy Pino Lujan. Colin Bradley Pittenger. Dramari Michael Plummer Jones. Christian John Poznansky. Keaton James Perman. Diana Laura Ramirez. Alondra Marin Ramirez Hernandez. Donovan Cole Rattray. Zachary Charles Redenius. Allison Ivory Reese. Jersey Rain Renders. Petrona Alexandra Reyes Garcia. Nayeli Belinda Reynoso Mendez. Robert Jack Rice. Devin Lee Riley. Olivia Claudia Rios. Jack Michael Ritchie. Ariana Cecilia Rourke. Dontrell Mr. Robinson. Monica Vianney Robles Romero. Noy Uriel Rocha Nahar. Javier Rodriguez. Wendy Rosemary Rodriguez. Edison Josue Gabriel Rodriguez Escobar. Abigail Grace Rosendahl. Gage Austin Bennett Roth. Mason Eberly Rista. Haley Marie Sadler. Alexander Salas. Timothy Osvaldo Sanchez. Christian Sanchez Camacho. Adrian Sanchez McMullen. Elena Asusana Sands. Lauren Ashley Saul. Corbin Christine Savory. Kaya Rain Schauger. Callahan Marie Spidell. Samuel Arthur Shear. Levi Jace Skolton. Brady Eugene Schwartz. Emma Jo Scott. Ariana Maria Renee Serrano. Lillian Yania Albanicius Chaputis. Austin William Lee Shepard. Lamarian Jeremiah Sherman. Yamila Christine Chanel. Brian Edward Schultz. Ziva Bell Schultz. Marissa Rose Sierra. Deshaun J. Simmons. Selma Scary. Riley K. Smith. Reagan Laree Sonkson. Kiera Rose Southwick. Logan Jeffrey Staben. Andrea Rose Stanley. Samantha Ann Stilley. Haven Ann Stone. Drake Orion Stowe. Elliot Lee Swenson. Mariah Chanel Judy Tarpey. Marissa May Terrell. Calvin Bart Tucker. Chase Lance Toit. Roland Tenawar Morales. Benjamin John Towler. Kelsey May Undine. Caden James Vakulskis. Oliver Milan Van Drunen Little. Anna Claire Van Eldick. Bo Carson Van Eldick. Andrea Marie Van der Linden. Madeline Marie Van Fossen. Aiden Allen Vargas. Anakin Ben Hui Wong. Savannah Elizabeth Walker. Devin Caden Warren. Parker Daniel Weekland. Isabella Malin Wedge. Chloe Ann Weitzel. Stephen Brian Wesley. Orrin Daniel White. Alicia Ray Wildy. Cadence Ann Wilson. Jordan J. Wilson. Maureen Ricky Wolfhagen. Lenasia Ray Wooten. Olivia Caitlin Wright. Zoe May Yaki. Bilal Yusuf. Naif Yusuf. Mateo Ozil Utani Vasquez. Jose Javier Vicarius Alaman. Ariana Sierra Marie Zellner. Caleb Eric Zeman. Denver K. Zerbel.
East High School class of 2026. On behalf of the staff at East High School, we are all very proud of you and wish you nothing but success for your future. On behalf of our graduates, I would like to thank all of you, our guests, for being here tonight. Junior attendants and staff, please prepare for the recessional. Will the graduates please rise and move your tassel to the left. I present to you the East High School class of 2026.